Thank you very, very much, Bill. And let me go ahead and bring that up here. All right, so you may see two of me, which is, there we go. I think there we're all set. Perfect. You may see two of me just because of the way I present, but I am here for you, and we are going to be talking about how you can leverage smarter marketing with AI. And just like Bill said, I want to say welcome to everybody. I do come from a small business background. I don't think any of us can say that we're really AI experts because AI has only been public facing since about late 2021. I actually got involved with AI in November. I remember it clearly. It was November 21st, 2021. And it actually has been there in the background in definitely different formats. But there's always ever changing things happening with AI. So I'll share with you how I work with it and how I've taught people to work with it, especially with marketing. So my background is in marketing. I started in a business incubator about 20 years ago. So I didn't understand a lot of things, but I did know marketing because that's all my education. But there's one thing between book smarts and experiential smarts, right? So once you get behind there and you're having to be butcher, baker, candlestick maker in your business, plus serve your customer, there's a whole different knowledge that comes to you. And that's truly how I've learned AI and working with a lot of different businesses. I come from 15 years of international e-commerce, really strong, and I understand the value of OPE, other people's experience, because I did start in a business incubator. And I think that's wonderful about SCORE is because you have a team of people vested in your success who really have great experience that you don't have to worry about the time, the energy, the money, the stress of trying to figure things out. You're already getting the benefit of the life lessons and the business and career lessons from them without you having to walk through all of that, which is very valuable. So please, if you have any questions after this, get with your SCORE chapter or your SCORE mentor because they are there, the boots on the ground for you that are vested in your success. Okay. So I am a military brat. You might see the Air Force brat sign behind me. And I also am one of the trainers with the Grow with Google program. So I'm one of the 7 national trainers with Grow with Google. And I've been with the Google team for about 7 years. So just 7 right there. And I'm excited to be here with you today because I'm not talking about Google specifically, but I will lean into it because it is one of the largest search engines in the world. I will show you, though, not just Google Gemini, but also ChatGPT, and we'll really dive into a lot of different things AI. But let's get started first, okay? So I'm going to bring up, let's see, find the chat box first. I do customize every session for the people in the room, and the only place that I can hear you is in the chat box because we're not going to make any of your mics go hot or your videos come on. That's really important too. If you do have any sound in the background, do make sure that your mic is muted. That's so important to give a great learning environment to everybody here. Let's dive in though, talking about smarter marketing with AI. Let me know in the chat box where you're from or your business. I'd love to hear that. You never know. Networking always happens when we've got 72 of us here in the room. So you never know who somebody is, who they'll become, and who they influence. If you want to connect with me, you can see at the very bottom lower left-hand corner my Twitter or X handle at Maria Duran. You're welcome to connect with me there. I always love to celebrate how you've applied what you've learned. Or you can connect with me on Instagram. That's the handle to the left of that or to the right of that, Marketing Coach Maria, and that's me on Instagram. Again, I'll share you in my stories and in my repost and retweets because I do love to celebrate when you apply what you learn because knowledge is not powerful until it's applied, right? All right, so this is who I am. You've already seen me. I am right here, and I'm excited to get started in talking to you about leveraging smarter marketing with AI. But first, if you want a copy of today's slides and handouts, so I actually have 3 special gift handouts for you there that are not normally readily available, but it will help you in utilizing AI. It's everything from understanding content SEO, which is search engine optimization. That means making sure that the actual search engine has trust and confidence in you, because if the search engine doesn't have trust in you, it's not going to show you up high in search, okay? Then you'll also see a handout about things you can do with intentional content and now knowing your buyer persona. So that'll help you really hone in the requests, the prompts that you send to AI, focused on getting you the best customer or the best results, the best answer that you're looking for, given the particular context of your situation. So you can get those right now. Now it's only available while we're in session. So while this session is live till the top of the hour, you can use this QR code. You can also use the bit.ly link right there. So you can just snap the QR code, and then I'm going to drop here in the chat the actual bit.ly link. So you will get it there. Now, after this is finished, after we're done today, so at the top of the hour, which will be the end of the session, then it will no longer be available there. You will not have access to it there, but it will be emailed to you, okay, with whatever email address you actually signed up for, as well as a copy of the recording, okay? So I actually utilize recording, just so you guys know. I see a message there. I actually use recording that is a high quality recording, so not the Zoom recording, but I am recording. Bill, you may want to or need to record too for SCORE, but you will get the high quality recording sent to you directly, as well as the 3 handouts, the actual slides. So you get the replay, the slides, and the handout. All right. I want to make sure and cover that because a lot of people will ask those questions at the very beginning in the chat box. And for everybody that found the chat box, that's awesome. All right, so let's dive in. We know things have changed, haven't we? We talked about it last week when we talked about simplifying SEO, so search engine optimization, that trust that the search engine has in you, your company, and your business, or yourself as a personal brand, and how that's been affected by AI, which is artificial intelligence, right? So we know that when people are purchasing, they actually go to 5 different sources now. And it is not no longer that we go online to look for things, we live online. People have full on conversations. You've heard it. People say, I talked to so and so, and all they did was text, message, Slack, WhatsApp, Facebook Messenger. They have had that kind of messaging, but they consider that they've talked with somebody. Well, we go to 5 different sources whenever we're trying to look through information, especially to be able to make a buying decision, which means that we're either going to invest money or time, right? That's a buying decision right there. All right, I see everybody finding the chat box. Ashley, I see you. Jeff, thank you. Thank you. Chuck, this is perfect. Perfect. Thank you, Bill, for putting that out there too. Christina, Anna, oh, this is wonderful. Personal trainer. I love that you're sharing your business too. Treese, hello, Tyra. Indianapolis in the house. Sharon, oh, this is perfect. Hello, Natalie. Natalie, welcome. We also have Valerie here. This is wonderful. Victoria, Karen. I love to be able to connect with you here. I really do love whenever I can talk to you and find out more about your business. So thank you so much for sharing about your business. So we know that as businesses, they're going to go to 5 different sources. We also know that as 2024 hit, the way SEO happens is different because the way we search is different. How do we know? Well, we know since 2024, every single day, there are 15,000 more, or 15%, I should say, more searches, because there are a trillion searches every day. So 15% more new searches that have never, ever been searched before. And why is that so different in 2024? Because with AI, artificial intelligence, we actually speak to our AI. So now we don't just put in a few keywords and text, we actually use keyword phrases. So entire phrases, we speak in full sentences and in paragraphs. And when we're talking to AI, that does change exactly how people search. So we're seeing 15% every single day, new unique searches that have never, ever been seen before. In fact, when you think about it, AI's been around for a while. You heard me say that at the very top of the hour. So whenever you're using your phone, usually in an Android, but also it's available in iOS in the App Store for free, it's Google Lens. And Google Lens is something that you just snap a picture and it searches for that actual visual online across all the images. So you don't even have to speak it, you don't have to text it in. You can just now take a picture and do that. You can even use Google Assistance and hum a tune. But what we know in the 7 years, that's how long Google Lens has been around. So that AI of searching by visual, looking at a photo, every month there's 12 billion searches, 12 billion searches on Google Lens and utilizing visual search. Now, just to put that into perspective, everybody knows that in 2020, when the world changed, TikTok became very hot. Well, TikTok, there's only a billion searches, a billion views, but 12 billion visual searches just within Google Lens. And not everybody knows about Google Lens. In fact, whenever I speak to groups, most people don't know Google Lens or don't know how to use it. I like to use it a lot when I'm looking with my boys and watching maybe some anime in Japanese because I'll actually bring it up, put it horizontal, put translate on, and it'll automatically translate it for me on my screen. So I like being able to do that quickly and easily. What we have seen, perfect, Corey. Thank you so much for finding Pet Supplements brand. I love it. So you're also on Amazon. Perfect. That's what I love to hear. See, that's such great introductions happening in that chat box. There's a lot of networking happening there, everybody. So make sure you find it because I do try to customize every session for the people that are here in the room and active. What we do know is things have changed. And the best way I can liken it is AI is like the discovery of electricity. If you remember back in the day, and it's not been that long ago that electricity was discovered and brought to the general public and now used by the general public. But if you remember back in the day, people were cool with, you know what? I don't need lights or light bulbs. I only work when the sun is out. So I don't need anything like that. I have my kerosene lamps. I have my wood burning stove. Why would I need electricity? But now, how many of us expect to turn on the light switch? How many of us have a whole generation that don't even know what happens when you turn on that light switch? When you ask them where the light comes, it comes from the switch. That's all they know. All right. So we see that change happening with AI. Well, that's what's happening, or from electricity. And that's what's happening with AI is that there's some people who are like, I don't know if I want to use AI. I'm not sure about it. And some who are fully in, just like when electricity was first launched. So for us in marketing our business, our core role is still the same. It's important for us to bring meaning to what we do and connect the dots between what we provide and the product, service, or solution that people are looking for. But the way we do it is changing. Just like if I handed you a hammer today, you couldn't just go out and build a house. It takes a very skilled marketer to utilize AI. Just because you can use AI doesn't mean that you're a skilled marketer. But understand, the skilled marketer who can wield the tool of AI is very powerful, just like the small business owner who could do that as well. Because now people are expecting very personalized services. We are looking for food near me, banana splits near me. We are looking for people to understand what our needs are because of our interactions with them. We are expecting to be remembered in that way. So the personalized brand experiences are only going to increase because people are already expecting that us, meaning us, the business owners, actually know our customers extremely well. And it's on us to actually be experts of our customers. Now, when you think about that, heightened business expectations lifts all of the bar for us. If you think about in 2020, when it first went down, everything happened. I remember because March 17th, I was on an airplane full with people coming back from a presentation that I did in person in Las Vegas for Google. As I was flying back, that whole plane was laughing and giggling that we were about to get 2 weeks off, and then the whole world changed, right? So the first retail establishments, especially the food establishments that came up with curbside delivery or actual food delivery, they had to scramble. It was a lot of hard work. They had to change things. If you think of your food places and how they had to change with plexiglass coming up, how they had to change with all these sanitizers and gloves coming up, things that were not before 2020, all of a sudden were something that people were considering and buying that they didn't expect to have to put into their expense or their supply line. So when you look at this, all of a sudden it was different. And then we were excited when we saw somebody had curbside delivery or they actually delivered to our front door. But now in 2024, we are almost upset at any restaurant or food establishment that doesn't have delivery. If we don't see them that they have delivery, if we can't get curbside delivery or curbside, we can't pick up curbside, we're not interested in them anymore because that's we have heightened expectations. So because of that, businesses also see that in play and understand AI will lift that bar again to heighten expectations of what a business can do. So I'm grateful that you're here because no longer do we just focus on showing our product to 18 to 25-year-old women with an interest. We can easily do that within all of our targeting, within any of the social ads, or within even Google or any of the search ads, Google and Bing. You could target people exactly like that. But you know what? We're not all the same. We're a mix of things. So why don't we focus on selling the product profitably to whoever's interested in it? Because I see a lot of people who might be going for that first target market, and it might take them $3 to get that business. Let's say it's a $20 sale. and they spend $3 to get that business. But if they're targeting this particular target market, they might have to put a lot of ads towards it, a lot of creative design, a lot of things that they need to actually develop. And because of that, all of a sudden it costs $18 to get that customer. Well, if it's just $20 that you're charging, there is more manual labor, more things that actually come into that cost that you haven't even accounted for, that an $18 profit or revenue is not revenue, it's a loss. So how can we focus on selling our product profitably to whoever's interested? AI, all right, artificial intelligence can really help us hone in who that target persona is. In fact, small businesses are utilizing this. Remember what I said about the heightened expectations of food delivery just during everything that happened in 2020. Now in 2024, with it being very mainstream and a buzzword that people are utilizing, AI, artificial intelligence, it is the business owner that knows how to wield this tool that gets a chance to win and be seen above and beyond their competitors. So when we look at search, some of the things I want to show you where AI is already there for you, because I am a firm believer in free or small fee. I like to max out everything free that you have available to you. I'd like to show you in search where are some places you can already see AI at work. So I'm going to bring up here Google search. Let me give you just a moment to bring up another screen because I'm doing a live demo now. And I need to make it bigger because I'm broadcasting. All right. So let's bring that up front and center. I want to make sure you guys see it. All right, perfect. I do see that it's coming across. Did Zoom just quit everybody on me? Everybody can still hear me. Let me know in the chat box. Zoom's giving me a... Okay, perfect. Thank you. Apologize for that. I switched and sometimes Zoom does not play friendly with me. All right, so let's go ahead here and just somebody... Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, Bill. Can somebody drop in the chat box their industry or the business with their business? What pet? So the pet industry. Thank you, Corey. You're fast with that three-letter word. I love it. All right. So if you see pet, you see the drop-down menu coming in. That is what people are searching for right now. So Google search, Google algorithm, and AI is actually picking up what people are searching. Now, of course, it's picking up my location. So it's picking up my IP address, and it knows I'm in the West Texas area. So when I hit pet, so when I actually search it, now you'll see the search results like you have seen before, right? But let's go ahead and toggle on down here. And the next thing you're going to see are people also ask. If you want to know the phrases, remember what I said about it's not keywords, but it's phrases. These are the active phrases that are most popularly searched right now. Oh, yes, you should see it. Thank you so much for bringing that up. I thought everything was coming across. Here we go. Oh, that's strange. Okay, let me see if I can, let me do this. How about now? Did that work? Okay. I'm not sure, Bill. I'm going to stop share here, Bill, and I'm going to see if I can come back and start share. Okay, let's try this again. Let's see. Let me try. There we go. I think that's it. How about now? Awesome. Nothing like technological challenges, right? So let's keep our fingers crossed and knock on wood that Zoom's going to play with us friendly. So as you're looking at your screen, I'm glad. Oh, that is really bizarre what's happening here. Okay, let me see. I'm going to stop. I'm going to go back to presentation. There we go. Maybe it'll clear it up. I'm going to go back to, oh, sorry guys. I see everything fine here, but for some reason it's not playing friendly with you. So, which means, all right, let's go back here and let's see if this works. All right, everybody should see a search page and the word pet actually put in the search bar. Is everybody seeing that? You can let me know in the chat box too. Perfect. Thank you. All right. So that's what I'm seeing when I talk about the drop down menu. So when I click and hit search, pet search, so I actually hit enter, now you'll actually see this come up. People also ask, and those are keywords, active keywords that people are actually using right now that Google search powered by AI is actually bringing up. So now if you're wondering, what are people searching in my area? What would be something, let's say, Corey, that you're looking for when you talk about your pet supplements? You can say, well, you know what, it's not pet here. It's not particular to you, but if let's say I put pet care in, that might be more specific to you. So pet might be a big one. You might even get specific as far as dogs, cats, hamsters as well. But you'll see that's being searched right now. And if you toggle on down here, these also are exactly what's being searched actively around that term. Now, I would recommend actually going even a little bit closer. So pet supplements, because I saw you say that earlier. So of course you've got these images. Sponsored means that it's an ad. That's a paid ad to get there. These are all now organic. Coming up next is what you're seeing. Popular products, you see all of this. What are people also asking? Are pet supplements necessary? So if Corey, I was doing any posts today, any YouTube video at all, I would talk about, are pet supplements necessary? We've heard you. This is the answer. What's a good supplement for dogs? Do dog supplements really work? Because that's what people are most interested right now. And it takes a tremendous amount of time, energy, and money to get people to look your way. It's much better if you can be where the eyeballs are already and show up on their radar. All right, so if you look down here and scroll further down, you'll also see that Google search and AI, powered by AI, brings you up these grayed out rectangles, and those also are showing you what's being actively searched right now. It could be searched in Google, it could be saying, hey Google, hey Alexa, in the way we search, but you're learning the words that people actually search with, which is really important, because in order for you to teach your AI who your best customer is, you need to know the words that they actually use. In fact, if you want to, the last session I was explaining to everybody, if you've got reviews, read your reviews, because in their own words, people are telling you what matters most to them. They put at the very top or even focus the entire review on what's most important to them. Also, as you if you don't have reviews, you can go to your competitors' reviews. It gives you a chance to actually see what your competitors are doing well, learn the words that are most important and the attributes or the different services or the benefits of what you provide that really matter to people. You'll see it in their own words. It might also show you where your competitor might not be serving them, and that gap could be a sweet spot of opportunity for you. So you can do that. Now, what you can also do, though, in helping make your marketing smarter is once you learn those words, and it's key to do that because it's on us to be experts on our customers. It's us that needs to connect the dots. Nobody else is going to do it for us. So we really need to know the words and the way and the issues, the challenges that our customers are seeing and experiencing before they ever connect with us. But once we know those words, then you can even use those words in your replies, which is a powerful SEO, low hanging fruit search engine optimization tool to really teach the search engine this is what you do. Because when somebody says, Maria, you did a great job showing me how to learn this in a non techie way that I can apply to my business, my thank you is something to the tune of, thank you so much. You've made my day. I love the review you've provided. And that's what I do try to strive hard for, is to make sure that I provide practical tips for small business owners in a non-techie way that they can apply right away. You see how I'm using the words that mattered most to them so that Google again reads it and sees, you know what? I see this as a repetitive theme and it's something that it can lean on and start trusting in. And when Google starts trusting you, that is when you start showing up high in search. So LLM, that's large language model, is a type of AI. So when you think of LLM, the first way it was taught is being able to predict what the next word is going to be. For example, if I say peanut butter and jelly, right? Fish and chips. We have a way that we finish out a lot of our phrases. Well, AI learned that first in looking and reading what people were talking about and writing about online. Generative AI is machine learning that now takes into just not just text. and not just looking for those sequences, but it looks at images and videos and codes and music. Remember what I said earlier about you could go to Google Assistant and you can hum a tune, and now it can find that tune for you online instead of you having to try to figure out, what movie did I see that in, or where did I hear that at, or whose album, who also was on that track that I might be able to find the name of that song. Now Google can find that for you. So anything that you're imagining as a small business, you can test out here in a nice safe space to see the different variations. It can help you with SEO. Remember, you've heard me over and over, but the best way to remember SEO is it's building trust. And it means that the search engine trusts that your information is correct. Now, when you're utilizing the free Google tools that you have available through your free personal Gmail account, you don't have to have the paid workspace account at all. Free personal Gmail account, and you don't have to have a physical store either, everybody. I had about 4 people earlier today email me saying, Maria, I can't use the Google Business Profile tool to handle my reviews because I'm not a physical business. I'm by appointment only. I'm online only. I'm home based only, and you can use it. And I could teach you how to do that. Bill, I'm happy to come do that, or get with your score mentor because I've taught this course before on how to do it. They can help you. But it truly does help you connect with customers because when you understand me, when I think you get it, now we have the great chance for you to actually earn my business. So what is great content? That means that it is helpful to the person that's searching, which means it needs to match the words that they're using. Because if you have an overhead door company and somebody needs to fix their garage, are those words matching? Not at all. Google algorithm is built on three exact pillars that have thousands of different components that AI searches and utilizes. And what you see is relevance is number one. How well do you match the words that people use to search? So if I'm using for, I need my garage repaired, I need my garage fixed, my garage won't close, and you say, I have the best overhead door company in Texas and I can support you, you're not showing up, you're not relevant. Overhead door may not to the search engine, no matter what search engine you use, mean garage to it. Also, it helps when you add those same words that people use in your titles and descriptions and organize your websites, everybody. A lot of us use our actual homepage as where we dump everything that we want everybody to see because we're excited for them to get there. But what it becomes is a hot mess because it seems to be like our junk drawer where we just throw everything and we hope that they can find our stuff. And hope is wonderful to have, but it's a poor strategy. So I always encourage people to, even if you don't know how to organize your site, take your content, have AI look at your site and help you organize it because it'll showcase you exactly what you want to put up at the top, or you can even teach it the persona of the people that you actually help out, and now it'll organize it for that persona and what they are searching for actively right now, and that way you're seeing and showing up higher in that search because you're matching better, you're relevant to what they're looking for. But I got a business with my remote now. It's getting found. Exactly, Tiffany. See, Tiffany is a true example right there. You can utilize that Google Business Profile. Don't believe the myths, everybody. All right. So how can you use AI as a business? Well, you might want to use it for measurement. That's how I first started using AI. When I got started with my first AI in November of 2021, I actually utilized it to I downloaded all of the Amazon reviews of a competitor of a business that I was coaching and working with. And then I downloaded all their reviews. And what I did first with the Amazon reviews of the competitor is we looked for the 10 things that people loved about their brand. Just what they would, I mean, it's the most reviews that they ever got. I mean, there were 15,000 reviews. So I wasn't about to visually go through that myself. But within a matter of minutes, really minutes, less than 2 minutes, AI went through all that and it came up with, okay, here's exactly the top 10 things. Here are the top 5 things that people complain the most about it because the brand I was working with wanted to make sure they saw if there's any opportunity that their competitor was not meeting, right? And now it looked through their reviews. What did people love about their reviews? Was there any correlation? So it was able to put that into AI. And were there any things where they were better than the competitor who had maybe 5 negative reviews, that was the common theme amongst the negative, unhappy reviews. And that's how they were able to hone their message. Plus, they taught AI about the difference between them and their competitor. So measurement and data, man, AI is awesome at that. It is a number cruncher like you wouldn't believe. It also, though, can help you with media. It can help you in updating and changing things, being able to come up with maybe three different type of text ad copy to go with your ad. And then you can see, does this wording connect with people better than this one? It's one thing if I might have an ad that is shown to 1,000 people and I get 1,000 eyeballs, that's great, but I can get 1,000 eyeballs on a billboard of all the people passing by and it doesn't mean it means anything to them. But if I get 1,000 eyeballs looking there, 100 people clicking, and of the 100 people clicking, I make $5,000 from that. Now that means something to me. So even though there might be an ad with text that might have gotten 1,000 eyeballs but brought nothing in sales, but then there's one that got 100 eyeballs but brought 5,000 in sales, who do you think I'm going to put all my time, energy, and money behind, right? I'm going to see if that one that got 100 views, if I double it, will it now bring me 10,000 in sales, right? Even though it's 200 views, they are primed buyers. That's what I'm looking for. Can Google or AI assist with tracking your analytics across various platforms? It sure can. In fact, Tina, Google Analytics 4, the new Google Analytics, that's what it's built for. You have to be able to utilize that, put in events, utilize Google Tag Manager. All of this is free, by the way. Google Analytics 4, Google Tag Manager. Let it know that you want to know if people, for example, one of the businesses I worked with, what they wanted to know is why people were leaving their site so quickly. So they found out that what people would do is they would go to socials to check their credibility. Then they come back to their site. Then they would leave again and go directly to two different competitors. They were able to track that and see then what page they came back after they were to a competitor. Now they were able to prepare for that because when somebody went first to social to get credibility, a verification of credibility, and came back, now they would send them an email and said, you know what? I know you want to know exactly that you're making the great buying decision. A couple of our competitors that sit in the space do this, and this is what we do better. So they anticipated that and were able to help people and save them time, energy, and money, which is what you want to do. You want to make it easy, easy, easy for people to buy from you. You can also see uh, the grade timeline really at the very bottom. You can utilize creative for this also. You can utilize, there's AI now and GPTs where you can actually put in the text that you want, select the kind of voice that you want. In less than 5 minutes you have a full-blown script, an ad, and somebody speaking all set up, and you're ready to do something about that. Okay, and send that out to the world if it does mirror exactly what you want it to. But again, you're the marketer. AI is the enabler. So you need to be able to instruct and teach your AI. If it's making mistakes, teach it. Go back to it and say, that's not correct. And then teach it like you would a child. This is what is correct. Now, where you can utilize AI, you heard me a moment ago, and I want to say another shout out to Tiffany, because you can utilize AI in the description of your Google business profile. That's actively there helping you put your description together. But understand AI is still learning. It does not know your business like you know your business. Nothing can have the human anecdotes, the story. So make sure you filter everything with that humanness because that'll make a difference between you and somebody who's an amateur at using AI and somebody who's a skilled business owner utilizing AI. Remember what I said, AI is the enabler. You're still the expert at what you do. And now, when you have this out, when you see what it is that people are utilizing and the words they're using, you can put that everywhere. And when you put that everywhere, especially within your Google business profile, when people are searching on Google Search and Maps, it gives them a chance to connect and think, oh my gosh, they get me because you're using the words that were actually used by customers in their reviews. You can utilize AI also to upload your products and describe those. You can put the range of actual price of the actual product. You can put all of this. So your descriptions of products, but also your description of services. And again, this is your Google business profile I'm showing this in, but you can do that on your website, on your post, on your YouTube, actual videos that you're doing in your YouTube description, and really optimize your YouTube channel because people do search visually. You can utilize it here for products or services, again, for free when you're controlling your information on Google Search and Maps. So you can add that quickly and easily, and you can showcase anything new and truly be the one in control of that. But you can utilize AI to actually describe the service and bring out the words and the attributes that matter most to the people who are more likely to do business with you, excuse me, or who you've identified are your best customers. Now, you did see Tina ask this question. So, if you have Google Analytics, which is a free tool actually connected to your website, and it does need to be a website, even Wix, Shopify, Squarespace, WordPress, WooCommerce, all of those are websites. When you go to eBay, Amazon, Etsy, those are marketplaces and those are different. They actually are closed and they have their own insights. But when you connect this to your website, then you can go up to the search bar, Tina, and you can ask those questions and say, you know what, where else do my customers go? And it'll start answering you and start looking for the data for you. So no longer do you have to figure out, what filter do I need? What do I need to do if this, then that? AI will actually help you with the AI search bar or the analytics intelligence search bar, in this case, in Google Analytics. So it'll help you search for that. So if you look at the lower left-hand corner there, you'll see that red link, and in bold, that is where you can find out more about how you can utilize AI with your analytics. Google Analytics, like I said, that's what it does. It measures how people interact on your site. And that's why I like to use it for smarter marketing, because you can make better business decisions when you are really an expert in your customer, when you're not thinking about what should they do, but you actually know. Because at one time, you may have been your best customer when you created your product, service, or solution. But now you have experience and time under your belt. And because you have that, you're no longer the best customer. You're not the one filling your actual cart or filling the revenue. You are now looking to other people, and it's important for you to understand who those other people are. And that's what Google Analytics does. It helps you understand how they behave, what they look for, what they're interested in, and what they need to see more of. And now you can make that business decision. So you can lean in analytics and the AI in analytics to help support you. So it's no longer a huge mystery like it was before, but it's important that you feel comfortable. And that's why I encourage you to practice with it. Because when you understand the content, be it that you're looking at your analytics or you even go out to AI and teach it about who your best customer is, you can give the content that really resonates and connects with people. When you're using their own words, again, you show up as relevant in Google search or any search, but then also it does help build rapport because they feel like you truly understand. It also helps you evaluate, do you need to be everywhere for everyone? You may not need to be. You might find out, you know what, just like Corey, you may find out Pinterest. Pinterest is, a great driver of traffic to Amazon. So I'm not a Pinterest gal. You guys heard me talk about that last time. I'm not a Pinterest gal, but you know what? If I'm selling anything on Amazon, I am going to be on Pinterest. I'm going to be doing lots of stuff on Pinterest, even Pinterest TV. So a lot of video, because I know how much traffic it drives to Amazon. That's important for you to know. What is it that is where your customers go when they're ready to look for your product, service, or solution, or they're realizing they've got a problem now. They need to look for what it is that can solve it, or they have a need. Okay. So Google Search Console is also another way to utilize AI. And the reason I want to bring this up to you is because a lot of times you may not know how to start teaching your AI. So one of the things I encourage you to do is, if you have Google Search Console connected to your site, let me know if any of you do have Google Search Console. So while I told you analytics tells you how people actually consume information and look at information on your site, what Google Search Console does is it actually sees how the search engine sees you. Because remember, if the search engine doesn't trust you, then it can't show you high in search to people, and it cannot um, be able to help bring you the traffic that you need. I'm sorry, I'm bringing up, let me see, I'm looking here for, trying to find, I'll bring it up in just a moment so you guys can see it. I know you can't see it right now. Might be in the wrong, getting the right account here so I can show it to you, just because I want you to see what words to look at. There we go. No. There. All right. Okay, here we go. All right, let me bring this front and center. Give me just a moment. Again, I'm switching screens and making things larger. All right. So when you're in Google Search Console, this is telling you what the search engine sees. And now you can go here and look at queries. This is what people are searching for to find the business. And you can see how much they're searching, how many eyeballs, that's impressions, clicks, that's when they have an interest in something. People don't normally click on something unless they have an interest. Yes, when we're watching videos, sometimes we make a mistake and our finger slips. But now you know the words people are actually looking for. And you can start making decisions of, okay, I want to talk to my AI about, let's see, there's 1,000 eyeballs here looking at black and white ornaments. So I want to talk to you about black and white ornaments. What are people searching for? What can, this persona, let's say I know my best customer are women, the ages between 18 and 27. I know that they're looking for, some really unique designs for the holidays, and I want to know how many are interested in black and white ornaments. Okay, so I'm now teaching it. Maybe I know that they all live in Chicago, or they all live in Illinois, or they live in Indiana or Indianapolis, or maybe more rural Indiana. They're out in Greenwood. So where are they? Okay, so you can teach your AI that, and you can utilize these words, and that's another place. Again, so this is another free tool that you can utilize, that there is a lot of information about your current customers there. Okay, let me see, take you back into the presentation. And we do have a whole session on that. If you ever want me to come back for that, Bill, just let me know. The same thing with Google Merchant Center. This is where you can control your images, the shopping that you saw earlier. Let me remind you of what that looked like. Okay. Please tell me Zoom didn't quit again. Let me, oh my gosh. Okay, perfect. Thank you. So when we go, thank you so much, Bill. I don't know why. Sometimes Zoom has its moments, right? Let's see here. There we go. All right, so what we were seeing up here, like for Corey, up here, of course, are the paid. See how there's paid ads? But right here, these are organic. And you'll see that you can actually utilize Google Shopping to make some real specific decisions on, I want to look at people that are nearby. I want to look for cats only. I'm only interested in Chewy or Petco. I want free shipping. So people can shop that way, and you can use Google Merchant Center to be in there for free, to be able to be there when people are doing comparison shopping, because that's how people utilize Google a lot too. And you can utilize AI to help you with actually putting together those descriptions, and you can do that in mass. That's what I love about AI. You can do a lot of things very quickly, and it helps you get things done that may have taken, you would have done it in, let's say, 12 hours. You can do it in an hour or even less. Okay. Again, with images, you can put that in there through Google Merchant Center, so that when people are utilizing Google Lens, you actually show up, right? Right now, if you don't show up, if you don't have a photo there, like a photographer I was working with, and she had a $3,000 baby album, and she said, Maria, people aren't going to search for me there. And I said, what if I'm at an actual event? What if I'm at a shower, and let's say I snap a picture of a actual baby album? I might not be able to afford the 3,000, but at least let me consider it and let me self-disclose if that's something I'm interested or not. Okay. So that's something you can utilize with Google Lens. And what's nice is when you utilize AI, there's a lot of AI in ads, not just Google ads, Meta ads, TikTok ads, Twitter ads, or X ads, all of those. You can see that you will actually increase the conversions, so the amount of sales or the business you get there, but decrease the actual cost you're spending on that too. All right. You also see AI too personalizing services. A lot of the chat bots, the attendants, I saw Canva broke out today with that you can do a full presentation on the actual, Canva design, and now you can get an automatic AI to go with it, an AI presenter. So they can even be the voice for you. They can do a quick presentation if it's 3 o'clock in the morning and somebody's shopping on your site and you want them to see a live demo. Well, now they can see it even though you're sound asleep, right? It can also help you with map navigation and, again, customize those ads and that marketing. Now, a lot of people asked the last session, how do you handle AI image generation? So you can see on the right-hand side of the screen there, those are all AI generated. And what that means is it's actually creating different visuals that you can use by the input, the prompts that you actually put there and describe it. So you have to be very specific when you're utilizing AI image generation. In fact, in this instance, there was a business and she was looking at some of the different makeup brushes that she wanted to include or design in her package that she was sending of their first makeup kit. And so she was able to put a detailed description, like you see as the first bullet point there on the left. She used AI then to generate that and be able to compare the different brushes next to each other. Wrong screen. Oh, you're not seeing? Okay, hold on again. Sorry, guys. Zoom. Zoom is not being friendly. All right, let's see. Let's see. We don't see. Still seeing the Merchant Center. All right, I'm going to stop the share and I'm going to come back in. Wow, I wonder if there was an update or something that Zoom happened. I didn't see it when I logged in. All right. Right, that should be Google Lens about boosting ad campaigns. And remember, let me just drop this here real quick in the chat box. Sorry, Bill, this is a challenge today. I don't know what's happening with Zoom. I don't see anything happening on my end, but I'm not sure why. So let's try this again, everybody. Now remember, I'm going to drop it in the chat box because you can get a copy of the complete slides. ly slash all right, the complete slides, and remember the handouts there. It's only going to be available to the top of the hour, so make sure you download those or save those to your Google Drive. Don't just save the link and try to come back to it, because at the end of the hour you're not going to be able to access it, but it will be emailed to you with a copy of the recording with these crazy glitches that we're having today. I don't know what's happening with Zoom, but you can see here that's how you increase conversions. You can actually use Ad AI, and this is what I was talking about, how you may already use it in your service. And now the image creation. Tell me, everybody in the chat box, are you seeing the images to the right there? And this kind of, this is, okay, perfect. Thank you. Kind of circle back there, and they're on mobile phones. Thank you. Well, those are AI generated images. And you can see, if we look here, these brushes that I was talking about, she was coming up with different brush designs. So she told the AI different designs to make, and she was able to compare those without her having to physically work with an artist to sketch things out. Now, she will work with an artist to actually design all of this out, but this helps her better than her doing her little scratching on a tablet and coming up with, her little stick figure, which is what I usually do when I'm working with a graphic design team. I give them a stick figure, and now I can give them something more meaningful that truly does mirror what I'm doing. And then you can use descriptive language, styles, and be specific about details, right? So any cautions regarding IP of images, best practices? Yes, remember to keep as much as you can of the personal information out. So you just want to give the general. You see how she had it give 6 designs here, Michael? So Michael has a great question in the chat. It says, any cautions regarding IP of images, best practices? You do want to leave any personal details out. But in this instance here, what you're doing is you're just now coming up with some ideas. You're in the ideation stage. If you've ever gone through the design process, there's ideation, and then there's actual now, you do a little bit testing, and you come up then with a protocol or a actual, I'm blanking on the word, but it's a sample. And once you do that, once you have that, now you actually test that out before you go order in bulk. So before she gets to the point, Michael, of going down to 2 brushes, that's when she's going to work with an actual artist. Right now, she's just getting some ideas from AI. And I actually love using the one that's built in, DALL-E. I love using the one that's built in with ChatGPT. I have the paid version of ChatGPT, by the way. So again, your prompts, look at the bottom 3 bullet points there on the slide in front of you to come up with the different prompts, all right? But in this instance, like I was talking about a moment ago, yes, you could definitely do a mock-up. So I do mock-ups, and I do that with ChatGPT because there are lots of different GPTs that people have written. If you've got the paid version, I happen to have the paid version again because I've been with ChatGPT since November 2021. But in this instance, you'll see in front of you the 2 squares at the very top here. You'll see our unicorns. Those are 2 different designs it created just from a one-line prompt. You'll see under that, there's a woman in 5 different colored dresses because they wanted to see what the dress looked like in different colors, and the hex codes are underneath. Or if they were putting an ad together, these are some of the things that they would look at. It can also help you with social media visuals. But do understand, there are different tools. DALL-E 3 may be good at this, but it's not really good at words. Pika Labs is great at moving and animation. If you want to do well with words, Midjourney is wonderful. I love utilizing Midjourney, but there are a host of different tools out there, and it really depends on your need and the time investment that you have to learn these different tools, because I want something that's easy. I don't want something that's amazing that just sits there on my desktop and I never use it. I definitely want to use something that I'm going to utilize. So for example, let me see. I'm going to bring it up here. And hopefully, again, I'm going to share. Oops, sorry. Let's go back again. So if you're in Chat GPT, and let's say, for small dogs who have joint issues, try to be as realistic as possible in a photo. So now we can go out there and it'll start creating that and rendering that. It may take a little bit of time because I am broadcasting, so a lot of my desktop is being used just to do the broadcast and record. But now you can see here what that actually looks like as it starts going through the process here. It will even ask you questions. And now you can look at this and say, okay, here's a realistic featured ad. You can take a look at that. Do you like it? Do you not like it? Remember, DALL-E 3 is not great at text. Midjourney is much better at that. If you want to put audio, there's also, I love 11 Labs for that too. When you want to explore GPTs, though, you might want to go here. If you click here, it'll bring up a tab, and you might even look for, okay, I want a video summary of my YouTube, because it'll do that and give you video summaries right away. And these are free to use, by the way. It's just that the paid version of ChatGPT 4 is $20 a month. And I'm not selling them. I just like using it. What I like to use is use video insights here. And also there's a GPT where it is make a video with a voiceover. So I can see, I know there's some that I've seen there. I'm going to just go down here because it's not coming in. I think things are pretty slow on my machine right now for some reason. I think Zoom is taking a lot of bandwidth today. Okay, make a video. But now I can make it go through here, and it actually can do some voiceover, and video creator is one I can use. And what I look at here with the free GPTs, I was talking to a group about this earlier, is I look at how many people are using it, because there's some that just 2 or 3 people have used it. Somebody wrote it for themselves and they're using it, but I don't know how safe it is. I don't know if there's any reviews out for it. I don't know how helpful. So for those 3 reasons, I will look at somebody who's had 1,000 reviews and say, okay, I might give this a try then. And it says it creates your pictures made by AI and gives you a script, right? So you can do all of that within Video Creator. So you can see how we did the pet supplement. You can save it here in your AI. You can also rename it if you want to. So when I'm looking at AI generation, so you can see how you can do that just quickly, right? Just like that in a matter of minutes, everybody. So test it out, play with it, because you're going to have to be able to teach your AI. If you missed it, do get with the recording that Score took of Simplify SEO with AI, because I do teach you how to teach your AI about your persona, which is very important, because anything you put out needs to align with who that best customer is or the best prospect. And you want to make sure your AI learns that very, very well. So I have a lot of chats that I've saved, like I was showing you how you can save and rename, where I actually teach AI, and I keep that because it knows that persona for this product, or it knows this persona of people that I'm looking for within the the Indiana area or the Illinois area, or people in Texas or California, because everybody's got their different nuances, right? Okay. I am the voiceover. I am the voiceover. It is, Tiffany. It is definitely a tricky place to be. So I don't ever, just so you know, I don't ever like the AI voiceover that's generated. It doesn't matter even the cadence that I teach it, because it sounds robotic to me. It doesn't sound like it flows. Even when I use 11 Labs, so 11 Labs can translate, like let's say I do a recording of the session and I want it in German, it can translate that and use my actual voice tone in German with the right words, and it's translated within a matter of 11 to 7 minutes. It'll get that done, but it still doesn't sound like me. My sons will look at it and go, that's not you. So I do like a real voiceover, but I love for it to help me with the script, especially if I'm still learning my persona and I don't have the dollars to work with somebody professional. I want to limit the amount of time, but I want to make the most bang for the buck with them. So hopefully, as you do a voiceover for me, now that's really resonating with my personas, my buyers. And if it does, I'm making more money. I'm doing more business with you, right? That's that referral food chain. So yes, no, I always use the human filter. That's why when I showed you the brushes design, she still went to an artist. Even when I'm working with people who are trying to do designs and they're using CAD, they'll get some ideas here, then they'll go to their own. Because remember, AI is always learning from its experiences with us. And if you want to, like Michael was asking, keep your IP very private, then do that. Keep it very private because, again, we don't want to, anything we put out online, we have to be prepared to see it again at any time. Doesn't matter the security measures that we use. If anybody's industrious enough, they're going to figure out how to get what they need online. So I tell people to always be cautious because your ideas are something that are uniquely you. So for this, what's your action that you're going to take? Because we've covered a lot of things and knowledge is cool, but it's not powerful until it's applied, right? So keep that in mind. Oh, I always go to the human side, even because I will have, let's see, I'm going to look here real quick. Let me bring ChatGPT up here front and center. So I may have it do, okay, I might have say, make a quick Instagram caption, oops, with, well, I can't spell today either, caption with emojis and hashtags that are being seen and searched by small business owners. See, I don't have to use a lot of correct grammar here either, or punctuation, about using AI. Okay, so now it can give me this real quickly. It'll go through that pretty fast. It's just being slow right now because, and I said, no, that's more for Twitter. That's more for Twitter or X. Expand that for Instagram. Okay, so now I'm teaching it, right? It's going through, it's learning. Okay, she wants a little bit more meat into this content. Now I'll look through here and say, ready to level up your small business with AI. The rocket ship is used quite a bit by AI, so people know, Google knows that in its screening of its actual content. Imagine automating those time-consuming tasks, analyzing data like a pro, and freeing up your time to focus on growth. Whether it's improving customer experiences or streamlining your presence, AI can help you work smarter, not harder. Okay, a little cliche with the smarter, not harder. I might change that up a little bit. Now it's time to embrace the future. That embracing is a very AI word. It uses it quite a bit in all of its writing. So I would probably say it's time to take charge, to own, to navigate your future. It's time for you to be the captain of your future, or the have the and be in charge of the narrative. I'm going to use my own words because when people see this and I put this on Instagram, it needs to be my words. They're connecting with me as a person. Anybody can Google anything and find it. What they're connecting with when they want to do business with you is what you uniquely bring. That's why it's all on us to be experts in our customer. And it's really what we bring that's different from everything else. All right. Now we'll finish up with a free recap of resources. All right. I hope you guys can still see me. Your biggest resource here is SCORE. Make sure you get with SCORE because SCORE can help you. Yep, as a content copywriter, I'm the same way with you, Paul. I see it at first, but it gives me an idea so that you at least know the tone of what I'm looking for. Now, I want you to work your magic. I do pay for copywriters because they're valuable, but I needed to be better at what I was giving them. So AI was able to help me do that. If you want to connect with me and celebrate that you actually applied what you learned, this is how you could do that. If you use the bit.ly link at the very top, it brings up all my socials. Connect with me on the one that means the most to you or you use the most, and then we'll do celebrations when you actually apply what you learned, right? And if I've been helpful to you, I model this in any session I do, whether I'm talking about online reviews and reputation management at all. Ask for a review because people would have left you a review if you would have asked for it. It's not required, just so you know, everybody in the room, but I would be honored if you would leave me a review. You can utilize this QR code or go to reviewmaria.com. Where to get more Google info is actually what Google info. Google is big, Natalia, so let me know exactly what Google info, because I am also, as I said at the beginning, at the top of the hour, I'm a Google trainer. So I can help you with that, or absolutely SCORE can help you with that as well too, because they've got a lot of resources. All right, let's go to Q&A. I'm going to go ahead and stop the recording on this end.